Alright guys, we're here in the master bedroom, and simply put, we're about to wire this room. Let's get to it.
Today we're getting the electrical in on this side of the house, which is the bedrooms, bathroom, and our goal is actually just get the lighting in and working, and then wire all the walls in. When you're wiring the walls, if you look over here, we've cut around 16 inches up plaster. We open it up. We've left the plaster on the outside wall, which will be treated if there's any mildew or anything like that. But we leave the plaster up so we can blow insulation in. But before we blow the insulation in, we are running all the electrical through the wall. Obviously, you have to run your chases. The idea is to make them clean. You want to make them as concise as possible. Save on your copper. Yeah, your wire is expensive, obviously. We run 20 amp wire, which is 12-2 through the entire house, and then whatever appropriate gauge it is for the washer and dryer and the microwave oven and the refrigerator, etc. And so what over here Landon's doing is he's feeding through to the last box, and then from this box we'll run us a main line, what's called the home run, is going to go to the breaker box. We're not going to wire it in yet, obviously, but we'll run it there and let it be draped by the breaker box. And then from there we're going to run overhead our main home run. It's going to come over and power our lighting, which is a light switch, and then take your feed from your switch back up to your fixture, which will be up in the attic. They're getting ready to go up there here in a little while, and if you see all the white ceramics up there, zoom in up there on the ceramics. See the white ceramics? Those are the old knob and tube. They would take this wire, which is extremely dangerous. This is what the house had in it, and they wired the home. If you see the tubes, they're the ceramic pieces, like this piece right here. Zoom in on that one. Can you see that one? That tube is a tube. That was a ceramic insulator that would go through all your trusses. You can see right there those two runs, and that's how they would bring electrical through houses back then. This house was built in 1903, therefore it did not have upgraded wiring, and so we're changing all that. So all that's coming out, being clipped out. The knobs will end up staying there, and the tubes, many of them stay in the rafters, but we're clipping all the wiring out, and all the new wire will be yellow, obviously, which is the new 12-2 stuff. Luckily, when they did put in a nice 100 amp panel before we bought the home. They just didn't change or update the wiring, and so we're going to update the wiring, put in the grounding rod, all those things that bring it up to code. When you do electrical in your bathrooms, your kitchen, you have to check the code in your local area. Most require, if you're within 3 feet of a water source, that it has to be ground fault protected. Ground fault protected it's a really good thing. It protects if a dryer falls in the water, or if a heater gets water on it and you step in a puddle, and whatever the case, it trips that plug. Therefore, it keeps you from being electrocuted. And so we'll put ground fault plugs in the bathrooms. We are going to put in every room. They have, and it's a really nice feature. You can see it right up here. Picture of a plug that will have USB plugs in it as well. Each room is going to have one of those, and the dining room will have one, the living room will have one as well. That way, with all the devices that we have nowadays, it's nice to be able to just plug in a USB cable right into the wall. So we'll have that throughout every room as well. Follow us, it's a great time. From this point, after electricity, it goes to sheetrock, and we're really excited about that. Thank you for following us.